Hey, this is Mike from IntroStars, and we're very excited to have a new episode of the Super Connectors podcast today with our special VIP guest, Jessica Barwell from Homegrown. Hey Jessica, thank you so much for joining us today.
Mike, it's so lovely to be here and congratulations on the podcast. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Could you tell us a bit more about yourself and what it means for you to be a super connector?
So I'm Jessica. I look after marketing in Homegrown Club. We are a private members club for scale-ups and investors. So we are connecting people all the time. So we run a series of events. We have a number of member benefits. We have a beautiful grade 2 listed building and a number of reciprocal clubs worldwide. So we're a real entrepreneurial hub in the centre of Marylebone, which is very nice, where we're consistently connecting founders, investors, business leaders, and basically people in the know in business. So what does it mean to be a super connector? So I don't know if I see myself as a super connector, but apparently I am, and lots of people call me one. I see a super connector as an expert in social capital. So how does somebody build a relationship that's valuable to another person? It's not just the one-to-one relationships as well. Are they able to build communities, whether that's a small community of people in a similar industry to them, whether that's a larger industry, whether that's a larger community builder, for example, like Homegrown, a membership club, or is it, a group of friends with a common interest? Are they people that like to start these relationships, really? Yeah. So they tend to do it naturally, but some people do have to develop the skill. But they are people I have my own kind of spreadsheet of how do I help people, a list of people, what can I do for them? And are they people that actually do that as part of their job? Do they get paid for it? Do they get some sort of commission basis from it? That's what a super connector is, I think. And it is a skill, and obviously people get paid for it. So yes, welcome to the Super Connectors. Yeah. So I think that's
Thank you so much. So how did you start the whole your networking journey? How did you become a connector? How did you start networking and connecting people? Was there a pivotal moment?
I think I've always been obsessed with clubs, and not just being in clubs, but starting clubs. Yeah. Like early age, chess club, drama club, tree club. I know that sounds really lame, but I had a tree club. Sports clubs. And I think, being somebody that builds those clubs, even at a young age, I kind of just taken them throughout my education. I was head of our Bacchus Society at university. And then I started selling financial services. So making money out of these relationships. And now I do a job which is far more fun than selling financial services, and I get the best of both worlds. So I think it's something that's always been in me. It's just great to be able to use it to its best benefit at the moment. So
how do you value connections, and what is your approach to networking today?
Well, having done a lot of networking, as I know you have, I think we met about 7 years ago.
Yep.
I think back in those days, I was trying to go to everything and be everywhere. Yep. And I'd sign up for 4 things in one evening. You can't be at 4 things in one evening.
I can.
Well, you're more talented than me, but I still do it. Pick and choose your moments. And I've started bringing in a lot more like sports clubs, cycling clubs. I'm cycling to Australia with a great group of founders. So find some common interests. You don't just have to go to business networking things. If you're into film, go to a film thing. You'll still find useful people there that work in other industries, not just film. So pick and choose. Make sure you've got the right technology behind you. So as I say, I use a spreadsheet, whether it's a CRM system that you're using. I use a Cosmos business card as well. So that will help me follow up and reminds me to follow up with things because people do forget. So choose a technology that works for you. Just dig a bit deeper to, don't just ask somebody, what do you do? A nice thing to ask them, what are you working on at the moment? Like, what's going on, i.e. the budget. That's a great way to start a conversation with somebody. Not the best conversation in the world, but anyway, let's not talk about it now. But try and dig into those relationships a bit further, and always, if there's somebody that you think, you can help, do so. You will obviously get the favor returned at some point. But try and arrange another time, even just organizing small meets rather than one-to-one, so you're not spending your whole life doing one-to-ones. Maybe get a group of mutual interested people together. I think that covers it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you like to help people. As a super connector, you're always introducing people, helping them. As you say, you want to, at some point, something will come back to you. That's great. But at some point, you do need to monetize. And so how do you walk that fine line between monetizing your network in some way, shape, or form, but also building trust and helping people as much as you can? So how do you manage that line between the two?
Well, obviously your app is a great idea for monetizing this kind of thing, and I know I need to get on it, and I will. So making sure that there is, what is the value? So for example, one of the real introductions that we'll do at Homegrown is, obviously we don't promise funding to founders, but we will give them the opportunity to go to a pitching evening, making that introduction. They're then, I don't get any kickbacks or anything from that, but obviously they're getting, some form of investment, hopefully from their pitch. It might not be at the pitch, it might be a follow-up, but yeah, what is the value? Make sure you know what the purpose of what the introduction is. Is there going to be some kickback for you? Get it in writing as well, if there is going to be, and then obviously follow it up. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, obviously, with your tracking system, you say you have a spreadsheet of all the people you track, etc. But if you look at new platforms like IntroStars, which tracks every introduction you make and receive, and guarantees you get paid if a deal comes out of it. Now, how does that change the game for yourself or for other people who go to Homegrown?
I think you can turn being a super connector more into a career rather than just being somebody who's a good networker, a good, value builder. So I think you've given people like that a really good opportunity. Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal, absolutely.
Yes, I think you've done a good job. How many users do you have now?
We just reached 1,250 users, and this is London only for now. We're obviously looking at international expansion very soon, so very exciting. It's growing every day. So yeah, lots of excitement there. Do you see any trends in networking or business introductions? And are you making anything out of those trends, like exploring some of those trends yourself?
Well, obviously social media is a big thing. I'm not on TikTok, but I think I'm probably missing a bit of a game there. Are you?
I'm not on TikTok yet.
No,
right
exactly.
now I'm all on LinkedIn. That's where I focus my energy. But TikTok is definitely on my radar. I want to inspire the next generation of super connectors, right?
Yeah.
And that's where they hang out, of course.
Yeah, and I think less young people are starting to use LinkedIn, but I think the power of LinkedIn, I mean, I've always been in a big selling financial services as well. I've got 23,000 contacts, not quite the same as you, but getting there. Other trends that I'm seeing, I think more and more people are starting to do stuff around sports clubs and, taking time, running clubs, for example, is a big one. Maybe not just your traditional networking thing. So, and obviously things like the app, the Cosmos app, that's great. That can really help you track connections. It's not just a card, you can use it as an app as well. So yeah, those kind of things.
Cool. Where can people find you nowadays? Obviously you hang out at Homegrown a lot, I imagine. But anything else you want to share, things you're working on, any future projects you're excited about?
Okay, so I'm pretty active on LinkedIn, so you can normally find me on LinkedIn. In fact, it's the first thing I check in the morning on my phone. Before my emails, before my WhatsApps, I go on LinkedIn. Sad but true. What am I working on at the moment? I've just come back from cycling to Milan from Geneva with 80 founders and investors.
Oh, wow.
And again, it's a group that we're doing different legs to Australia, so we've all got that kind of common interest and all scale-ups as well. So really great people to be involved with. What else am I doing? I'm launching a gin called Après, which launches February the 5th. You'll have to come to the launch.
Of course, I'm excited.
Again, a nice gin is a great way to get people connecting and talking. And the idea is it's called après. You have après after you've done something of note or something that you're very proud of. So then you have a gin and an après.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. We're so excited to have you here. Can't wait for that. Thank you so much, Jessica.
No problem.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks.